Hey, we're going to try this again so that you guys can all laugh with me or at me. This is like the 7th time I've done this, and it was all operator error. Although last week I didn't seem to have any trouble with it. So, good evening or afternoon, whatever it is. My name is Kim Voorhees, and I am a licensed massage therapist. I do therapeutic massage. So I have worked with these essential oils that we're going to talk about for over 20 years. This is one of them that I want to tell you about in a little bit. I am not a doctor, so if you have an issue with something of importance, go see your doctor. I will tell you, though, that I use these essential oils before I go anywhere, and that's just because I've learned to work with them. They are the life force of the plant, and as you well know, we were told even in the Bible, in ancient times, the Egyptians used them, that they used all these for their wellness journey. Now, everything I say on here has to do with young living. I have worked with all kinds of oils, most of them out there. I don't recommend them for this. I do recommend Gary's, Dr. Young's. So they're Young Living Oils. You can go to younglivingoil.com. And in case you want to order any, my number is 167-260. And I would be your enroller and your sponsor. Now, our upline has lots of training, so I'm probably not going to go over all that, but I can. Once you want to learn more, then I can send you to those. This is more of an application. So one of the things I recommend is that you buy this book, Reference Guide to Essential Oils by Alan and Connie Higley. One of the reasons is I probably don't want to be called at 3 in the morning, but I really don't want you dependent on me to look things up for yourself. And that's the way it is in the world out there everywhere for everything. Look your stuff up. So one of the things I also want you guys to do is to ask questions and let me know what it is that you're looking for, because we're going to have more of these, okay? One of the things that I'm going to do for lavender is you can look it up in your book. But it does, in my mind, when I used these a long time ago, I would study it all night long and use them on my clients, the ones I had. So I now am going back over them again and finding out that some of them do way more than I even remember, which is good because that's why I have the book. And I have the Death Reference by Dr. Young. And then I like the Oil Bible I call it my Oil Bible, by Connie Higley. So I use both of them anytime I'm not sure, at least until I can remember more of it, okay? So, one of the things is these oils do not work at all if you do not take the lid off and breathe them. And I've had this experience, that's why I'm bringing it up. And breathe them deep. Hold it. Let it out. Do that one with peppermint. I just didn't happen to bring it up here because I've been using it all day long. It's downstairs. So, one of the things you would do is you would put it in, pour a drop. Okay, if I tell you a drop, it doesn't mean 52 drops. More is not better. Less is better in this point. And when you learn to work with energy, you will understand that. So, I'm pour a drop in my non-dominant hand. Some of them come out really quick, so you may get 2. That's okay. Then you're going to stir it with your 2 fingers, clockwise, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put some back here on C7. That's the knot right where your neck meets your shoulders. And then I'm going to, this one is not a hot oil, so I can use it without a carrier oil. Then I'm going to breathe. I'm going to hold it and do that 3 times. Then I like to just, I don't want to waste any of it, so I'm going to put it on, okay? Lavender used to not be one of my favorite oils. I like the woods ones the best, but lavender and I have become friends because Dr. Young used to say, and he probably still does, that if you don't like the way it smells, then you probably definitely need it. So, one of the things I'm doing here today is not something I'd planned on doing. So, before we do that, I want you to know these are the blood of the plant. So they're regenerating, they're oxygenating, they're immune strengthening. Do you know of any of that you can't use today? These are not synthetic oils. They are not cut with synthetic material or chemicals. They are the pure life force of the plant. Now, I have struggled over this for the last week. And I wasn't going to bring it up, but I keep getting asked. So let's see what else we have. We have Valor. Its nickname is chiropractor in a bottle. It helps with alignment, but it also helps with courage. So I'm going to get it in strength. This one's a little thicker. And because it's cold up here. And I think that one's empty because I took the other one. So I'm going to breathe it. These oils, when breathed into your brain, go into your bloodstream in 3 seconds. So, if you put it on your skin, I think it's like 24 seconds. So, under 30 seconds, it goes into your bloodstream. These things work really fast. Okay, it's come to my attention, or I guess I should give you some backup. I used to be a prepper. And part of that is when you live in the country, and I've lived in the country most of my life, you stock up on things because you probably aren't going to be able to get out of your place sometime. I mean, one time in the winter, I was stuck here for 2 weeks, couldn't move. And I had a major episode come up, and we'll discuss that another time. But if I hadn't had these oils, I probably would have been scared more than I was because there was no way you were getting out. It had snowed 24 inches and you were done. So I keep food and water on hand. And in fact, if you go back to Katrina, I don't want to rely on someone else coming and getting me and sticking me in with a group. That's just my choice. I'd rather stick with the people I trust and do the most I can to take care of myself. So I don't have all the oil lists that I was going to give you guys. In fact, I don't even see where it is. And where did it go? Okay, if you're brand new to this company, one of the things I recommend is that you become a member because you get 24% off without doing anything. And then when you get on what they call their essential rewards, that's like Kohl's Cash at the store, you get another, I think I can get you the exact numbers, but it's like all the way up 10% and then 15%. It's all the way up to 25%. So now we're talking 50% off. And how can you not do that? So I kind of slowed down my prepping because it's a little scary to think about where our world might be headed. So I have just been doing my thing and teaching these classes, and all of a sudden it just came to me. I needed to pay attention to what was going on out there. I'd been having funny feelings about things not being right. But I don't know if all you've noticed that or not. But I think most of you are more aware than they want to believe we are. Anyway, it's not a political thing. We should always be prepared for tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, some kind of a crisis globally. We've had lots of fires. So if there's one of these oils that you use, I watch some people on the company site talk about, well, I can't get it. Well, have more than one bottle. I mean, don't be a hoarder, but if there's an oil I use every day, which there are because I work on clients, I'm not going to have just one bottle. My thing is I probably have 2 or 3 of everything that I need, and they're open. So I might have 6 bottles of lavender and 3 of them are open, because if I need it right now, I need it right now. I burnt my hand last week messing around with the wood stove without putting gloves on, and I freaked because I used my hands for massage. So I went and got lavender and Lavaderm, and I put it on there within, it was not even a minute. I never blistered, and I had picked up what I thought was a dead log. No, don't do this, and it wasn't, so I burnt myself, and I know it was really good, but I never even blistered because I was using this. So I would recommend that you get the starter kit, because they're even more than 25% off. You get your regular 25% off just by belonging instead of retail, but they have their starter kits, and they are well below that. Personally, if it's for prepping, I would go with the Thieves kit or the Essential Oil kit. And since they've changed, since I've really done a lot with this outside of for myself, I will look more of that up for you. And I will make a more extensive list of this and tape the videos together or do whatever. But one of the things I want to know from you guys is, what are some of your questions? Now back to that, because these times can be extremely nerve-wracking. I would recommend that you breathe stress away. And I don't have that sitting in front of me, and lavender daily, maybe several times a day. Now, the other thing you have to do when you're working with these oils is don't use them as much as I do right off the bat, because remember, I put them on clients all day long, but I've worked my way up to that. These things work, so drink your water. Must drink water. So, since they're the blood of the plant, and this goes back to Egypt and the biblical times, you can go look some of that up, and we'll be posting that too. But these oils are regenerating, oxygenating, immune strengthening. Let's just say those 3 things. Anybody out there not need that? Okay. So we're going to go with the fact that the universities have decided that oregano is a natural antibiotic. And one of the things I've been reading about is how our viruses and bugs have become monsters, and they are challenging the medical field. They are becoming resistant to antibiotics. I don't know about you guys, but that scares me. Sorry, I had to turn the phone off. So you're going to want oregano. These are just the ones off the top of my head. You're going to want oregano, thyme, THYME, Exodus 2, lavender, peppermint, lemon, clove. I forgot to name clove earlier. Great for pain. Wintergreen for bone pain. Panaway, deep relief. Did I say lemon? Purification. Joy. I don't know about you guys, but we really can't focus on all the negative stuff. We just need to be ready for it. When I went to Belize like 13 years ago, I took 30 of them with me, and the lady I went with took 30, and the other friend took some. I'm not going somewhere without my oils. You'll never catch me without at least some. Cypress has become one of my favorites. It's great for circulation. So these are part of your arsenal to take care of yourself in case something ever happens. Not ever. We know something's going to happen. There's tornadoes, like it wasn't that long ago that it wiped out Joplin. I want to be able to have these things on hand. Purification is another one. I'm trying to think outside of my clinic which ones I would want to prep with. And Thieves. I mean, you can't have, I could probably have, I'm not going to tell you how many I can have. You need to figure out how many you need to have on hand in case or before something happens. So I would like some feedback now.